It's the Wilk Report. I'm Michael Wilk, coming to you from Cleveland, Ohio. Got a bit of sad news. Well, for one guy anyway. For everyone else, it's pretty hilarious. Les Moonves getting less money because he's an imbecile. Deadline Hollywood reports CBS says no $120 million severance for Les Moonves, terminated for cause, declares board. Updated with stock movement, Les Moonves, the once powerful former CEO of CBS, will not be getting a single dime of the $120 million in severance he expected after stepping down under allegations of misconduct this fall. The company's board has decided today. That's kind of an understatement since he was accused of sexual harassment and sexual assault over a period of many years. The board of directors of CBS has completed its investigation of former chairman and CEO Les Moonves, CBS News, and cultural issues at CBS, the company said in a statement Monday. That's today. With regard to Mr. Moonves, we have determined that there are grounds to terminate for cause, including his willful and material malfeasance, violation of company policies, and breach of his employment contract, as well as his willful failure to cooperate fully with the company's investigation. Mr. Moonves will not receive any severance payment for the company, or from the company. Yeah, because the New York Times reported, it was either last week or the week before, that Moonves had tried to buy off one of his accusers, actress Bobby Phillips, whom he tried to force into performing oral sex on him. He also apparently deleted text messages to Phillips's former agent and tried to prevent CBS investigators from getting a hold of his tablet and other devices where he had text messages. So, yeah, this is the final nail in the coffin of Les Moonves' career. Although he is threatening to take legal action in regards to not getting the big bucks payout he anticipated, he was childishly threatening to sue CBS because of leaks that, he would likely not be getting paid because of his actions. So, yeah, this is not really over in terms of the legal trouble CBS is having, because CBS is also getting sued by the creator of the Tardigrades video game over ripping off the Tardigrade and Spore Drive from that project. And now Moonves is threatening to sue even though he was fired for cause. Yeah, only in America, people. But let's go on for the article. CBS stock, during which the regular trading day sank 2.5% to a new one-year low, rallied after nearly 1% after hours. Wall Street generally has been supportive of the moves the company has made to turn the page on the Moonves era, but a prolonged legal battle with the former chairman would be another pricey distraction unlikely to ease investors' minds. The board's decision seemed all but inevitable given the disclosures from a draft of an internal report obtained by the New York Times, which revealed that Moonves had destroyed evidence and misled investigators in an effort to protect his reputation and payout. In that preliminary report, investigators said they had substantiated numerous accusations of sexual misconduct and uncovered previously undisclosed allegations of wrongdoing. So let's click the link here to the New York Times article. We'll wait for the browser to load. But yeah, this is pretty much it for Moonves. I mean, I can't see this leading to anything good. I mean, he might avoid jail time because the statute of limitations has run out in California on most, if not all, of the sexual assault he committed. but this is pretty much the end of his career. I mean, at his age, no. I mean, he's not coming back, and he should not come back. He has been a serial sexual predator his entire career. He has abused power. He has dangled prospective jobs and projects in front of people and then put them back just to play with them. He's gone out of his way to destroy careers because people defied him. So this boy is finished. I mean, in an era of Me Too, you don't want to be getting on your high horse and pointing fingers at other people for trying to pretend that you're some kind of like defender of women's virtue. Okay, here's the report. Okay, Les Moonves destroyed evidence, misled investigators. And this was from December 4th, so a couple weeks ago. Let's see here. Okay, former CBS CEO Les Moonves destroyed evidence and misled investigators in an attempt to protect his reputation and preserve a lucrative severance deal, according to a report obtained by the New York Times. This report, which is to be delivered to the CBS directors ahead of next week's annual shareholders meeting, concludes that the media company has justification to deny Moonves his $120 million severance, the Times reports. Moonves engaged in multiple acts of serious, non-consensual sexual misconduct, both in the workplace and outside, according to the Times. Over the course of 4 interviews, lawyers conducting the inquiry found him to be evasive and untruthful, the Times reported, citing the 59-page document. Basically, they're saying he lied his ass off, which is not surprising. But yeah, this is pretty bad. There's really just no... there's no way he can come back from this. And I'm glad, because the guy's a slimeball. He's as bad as Harvey Weinstein. He's as bad as, pretty much anyone else who's been caught doing this. It's really... let's see. Let's click on the related link here. Once again, slow connection. And while we're waiting for that, but yeah, I mean, this is, it's ridiculous though, because, Moonves has got to know he's got no case here. I mean, he was caught red-handed trying to destroy evidence and silence accusers with bribes. I mean, it's all come out. Yeah, so title says, Les Moonves lawyer fires opening salvo in legal war with CBS, calls no severance and firing decision without merit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure just about everyone following this story is calling bullshit. Yeah, so attorney says the conclusions of the CBS board were foreordained and are without merit. Yeah, if they were without merit, then they wouldn't have fired him. But, yeah, this is in reaction to the announced decision today to give the now fired with cause and much accused former CEO nothing in severance. At the same time, Gloria Allred wants the investigation into Moonves' behavior and the culture at CBS made public and monies to women who can prove they are victims. Having resigned to Disgraced in September as yet another round of sexual misconduct exposés were made public, Moonves had a $120 million package in his contract with the now Sumner Redstone-dominated company that he made into the most-watched network in America. The already well-heeled Moonves won't be unable to pay his visa bill anytime soon, But the loss of that golden parachute had to be a harsh fall on top of weeks of media water torture via a draft of the investigators' report that was leaked. Consistent with the pattern of leaks that have permeated this process, the press was informed of these. Oh, yeah, Base's conclusions. Yeah, no, they were full of base, asshole. Further damaging his name, reputation, career, and legacy, and did Andrew Lavender of the completion of the investigation into the once near omnipotent exec's misconduct over. I wish I would stop calling this misconduct. It was sexual assault. All right, you're trying to use these weasel words to get out of it, and it's ridiculous. But yeah. So, but yeah, this is not going to go away anytime soon from the news. Moonves, like all bullies and psychopaths, he thinks he shouldn't have to pay any consequences, and he thinks he's entitled to that $120 million, even though he demonstrably lied to investigators and tried to destroy evidence and bribe victims into silence. And he was caught doing all this, but he's not going to want to let it go. But, I have a sneaking suspicion that a judge is not going to be very sympathetic to him. I mean, they convicted Bill Cosby after decades of serial rape, of drugging women and raping them while they were unconscious. Harvey Weinstein is being prosecuted for sexual assault. A lot of big names in Hollywood are going down for this, and rightly so. So, anyway, let's finish the article here. It's on the other side of the situation. Renowned attorney Allred says the report that two outside law firms conducted for CBS should be made totally public except for the victims' names, unless they agree to have their names out there. The public has a right to know who at CBS was aware of Mr. Moonves' alleged misconduct and when they knew of it. The lawyer who was representing four women who participated in the investigation after claiming Moonves victimized them. Allred also thinks CBS should put the $120 million that would have been Moonves' money where the right thing to do is. Instead of keeping this money and rewarding their corporation for Moonves' alleged misconduct, they should share these many millions with those who can prove that they were our victims, she said. CBS will not be able to remove the stain on their reputation and the stench of the scandal unless and until they take care of those who were victimized. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Oh, this is odd. Unrelated. Sumner Redstone goes toxic. Britney Spears' lawyer to be mogul's guardian. Looks like the once fiercely independent Sumner Redstone is going to be under the guardianship of the same court-appointed lawyer who ran Britney Spears' affairs for years, a Los Angeles Superior Court judge ordered today in a dramatic hearing. See, I thought he had passed away. Apparently not. Judge David Cowan told a DTLA courtroom this morning that he is granting the motion by the 95-year-old media mogul's grandson and Sherry Redstone's son for a guardian ad litem to be appointed. In public consultation with lawyers for Redstone's ex-companion Manuela Herzer, the nonagenarian himself, and his grandson Tyler Korff, Judge Cohen said that probate attorney Samuel Ingham III will be offered the GAL post, with Redstone attorney and CBS board member Robert Kleiger looking on from the lawyer's table in approval. Cohen said that he would have the previously suggested Ingham contacted ASAP to help oversee the tangled legal and potentially corporate matters that had been in and out of state and federal court for years. Time is of the essence as a trial on Herzer's current case that Redstone lacked the mental capacity to make decisions on his will, his family trust and estate plans, his healthcare needs, and whether his ex should have been ejected from his home is set to start early next year. So basically, what they're reporting is that his ex-companion is trying to get money from his will, and his family is not having it. So they're trying to appoint a legal guardian for him as he no longer has the mental capacity to make decisions for himself. Now, why they don't have his daughter acting as his guardian, I don't know. But it does seem that, the guy's 95. His mind is pretty much gone. So, and I wish I could say I have sympathy for this guy. I mean, Stanley, I have plenty of sympathy for. This guy, no, because a large part of it is he's an asshole, but he's also, largely responsible for the current state of Star Trek franchise and CBS, because he's the one who made the boneheaded decision to split CBS off from Paramount and lead to the current legal complications that allegedly prevent CBS from making a proper Star Trek series. Of course, the truth is that CBS has legal ownership of the Star Trek television series, all of them. They just don't want to make a series that is faithful to the original. So yeah, you can read the news at the links. You can see them in the URL here in the screen captures. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So yeah, Les, you get nothing. Nada. Zero. Zip. Zilch. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. And speaking of goodbyes, this is Michael Wilk for the Wilk Report saying, if you like what you hear and you want to hear more, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive notifications whenever we upload new content. We will be keeping an eye on further developments in the Les Moonves drama. If you want to support the channel, head over to our Patreon page and subscribe star page, whichever one strikes your fancy. Help us maintain and improve the quality of the broadcast to get all the rewards listed. And that's it. Take care. Good night. I'm out.